The musical origin of ska, the Jamaican popular music form that eventually led to reggae, has historically been a matter of considerable scholarly disagreement. Above all, the defining characteristic of ska and reggae music is the offbeat, or afterbeat. Although ska and reggae music are both in standard 4/4 time, just like rhythm and amp, blues, R&B, rock and roll, and country, the Jamaican style of playing emphasizes the second and fourth beats of the bar rather than the first and third. This has been described as emphasizing the and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 rhythm pattern. It is these heavily accented offbeats that give Jamaican popular music its unique bouncy, choppy feel. But what is the true origin of the Jamaican emphasis on the afterbeat?
Before that could happen, Ray Charles would need to master a whole range of musical skills. One man, more than any other, inspired the young Ray. His name was Louis Jordan.
Don't sit there mumbling, talking trash. If you want to have a ball, you gotta go out and spend some cash and let the good times roll.
Louis Jordan was a charismatic young sax player from Arkansas, whose band, the Timpani Five, took over the black radio of the 1940s. He would be one of Ray Charles's greatest influences.
Let the good times roll, I like that. I was a real fan of Louis Jordan, that's all I can tell you.
But I love to see her smile, 'cause she's my honey child.
Everything blended, everything matched. I can really understand what people mean when they talk about a painting, how all the colors just all sort of come together like they're supposed to, you know. But the same thing is true in sound, too. And I was crazy about his music.
More than just a virtuoso musician, Louis Jordan was an out-and-out entertainer.
But Louis, honey, I don't ever want to look at anyone but you.
California? What makes your big head so hard?
Louis Jordan could do everything. He could play, he wrote the music, he danced, he made movies, he did the score, he did everything. He had a lot of songs, but California, they would start off with the bass playing, doom, 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 and you go down about 4 times, and the horns come in, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, man.
In 1945, Louis Jordan released Caledonia. It would be one of his biggest hits and led the way for an entire generation of musicians. This was a brand new kind of music.
Walking with my baby, she got great big feet. She's long, lean, and lank, and ain't had nothing to eat. But she's my baby, and I love her just the same. Crazy about that woman, 'cause Caledonia is her name. Caledonia! Caledonia! What make your big head so hard? Mouth!
Some of the real good stuff that Louis Jordan did was when it was just, he had himself playing alto and a guy playing trumpet in a rhythm section. And man, I mean, they were just unique.
This wasn't jazz, and it wasn't blues. It was a powerful combination and something entirely fresh. It would later become known as rhythm and blues.
The rhythm section and the beat and the pulse that they create is the most important thing that changed it all around.
Well, it's a sweet gal he's singing about. Louis does up the package in a bright red bow, especially when it's all for the love of Liv.
He had kind of what you would call before him a jump band. Jump meant that you kind of like...
It swang like crazy. with people who like to dance, lyrics do not inspire them to dance. It's the rhythm inspires them to dance. And all those songs had ants in their pants, and you need to dance.
His music says, hey everybody, let's have fun. What's happening? Come on, dance with me, talk to me. I'm gonna seduce you, I'm gonna flirt with you, I'm going to fool around with you, I'm gonna shake my butt at you.
See, the most important thing is to be able to get where you want to be and stay there and intensify the heat. See, in music, losing the groove is like a guy having sex with a woman and his Johnson keeps falling out. You know, when a band gets to that thing, see, if they slip out, it's actually that bad. You know, yeah, they can go back in, but it's not the same thing.
Louis Jordan left the mournful sound of the blues for dead. This was feel-good music, dance tunes for Black America.
And that
This is Ska.
This type of music now created out of me. There was no one before. It was pure foreign record and calypso. So when I at home composing my song, making those type of beats like ska, people used to come and full up my yard, some out of the fence, and people used to ask me what kind of music is that. But not even myself didn't know the name of it, how they create something. So they used to call me Skahovia. To I create the ska. Yes.
we used to copy the American
What
blues.
happened is that this music basically was derived in the beginning. It's a cross-section of Jamaican mento blending with the New Orleans rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
Skinga, dinga, 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 dinga. These guys, these old singers like Rascal Garden,
Lester Williams,
Fats Domino. You got
Louis Prima,
Louis Jordan. If you listen to Louis Jordan now, it's like you're hearing reggae. Yeah. The real upbeat dinga 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 dinga.
Listen, Caledonia.
Caledonia?
Caledonia! What make your big head so hard?
They end on the down, we end on the up. So it was like turning that over, then adding the Jamaican mento flavor to it. And we come up with this thing we call ska.
1, 2, 3, 4. The last night Papa coming down, could across the door. Mama said to Papa, you're real gone clown. Easy snapping. Easy snapping. Easy snapping. But baby, why you jump and shout?
By the end of the 1950s, the leading Kingston sound system operators, also known as selectors, began to compete with one another by acquiring records that were exclusive to their own sound systems. Such discs were known as specials. Selectors paid for recording sessions by local musicians and printed extremely limited editions of the recording on acetate as a way of ensuring the music on their respective systems was truly exclusive. This gave rise to an innovative, rhythmically distinct genre known as ska. Session guitarist Ernie Ranglin described playing on pioneering ska recordings paid for by selector Clement Coxon Dodd, recalling how Coxon first directed the musicians to tweak the drum beat. He deliberately wanted to keep the R&B shuffle beat, but he moved the stress to the afterbeat, the second and fourth beats, to such a degree that it turned the arrangement around. Instead of the chin ka, ka chin, ka chin, ka chin, people used to call the very early ska and hash 039, upside down R&B. Then the guitar came in to stress it even more, and this offbeat became the focus of all Jamaican music that follow on after it.
The rhythm and blues songs, like say Smiley Lewis or Professor Longyear or Louis Jordan, and those kind of beat, we tried to imitate it. It didn't turn out that way, so we decided to keep this as our own type. That's how that can come in.
Styling like those was really rhythm and blues. What we did to this rhythm and blues is like you'd be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the ska now we change it to 1, 2, 3. And then it's more 2, 4, 2, 4 instead of 1.
It is Jamaica's first musical revolution. And we call it Ska. And then Ska was a
So how did the ska come about?
When we guys go to the studio, it was not special musicians. It was just guys who could play and know about music and 12 bar, 12 bar and 8 bar, and we used to jam. Not even at the studio, different places we go and have a little session together. Myself and Rico and I, Dizzy, Johnny, and and we were playing different places around Jamaica. As I can remember. Even before I met Cops, we were doing that. You see, so when we go to the studio, we already know to play a 12 bar and play standard tunes. And the big boogie-woogie beat, so we got to the studio with that same approach. Playing the blues, and out of the blues come the ska.
We're listening to American style music.
So were you playing some blues? You felt it in Studio 1, 2, and mixed in the ska?
Well,
influence?
that's the big influence of ska.
The blues, yeah.
Yeah, that's where it came from. By listening to that, and mento and calypso, which is in our blood, naturally, arose ska. It's an evolution. Somebody will come up with the name or whatever names they come up with, but that sound is an evolution.
Guys do like boom ba-doom 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 ba-doom. As you hear that, is a blues.
Some people have said that reggae music and ska came from Pacomania or Calypso, but it was nothing of the sort, explains singer Alton Ellis. The ska came from American music. We used to dance to that music, because Coxsone used to buy rhythm and blues music from America and then make some specials for himself based on songs by people like Louis Jordan and Roscoe Gordon. These were the artists who influenced us in making our own thing, because as soon as Coxsone play a Louis Jordan or whatever, another man would go jump on a plane and buy it the same day. That's why Coxsone began to make his own records using guys who came from the Alpha Boys school and could imitate the American music. It was the New Orleans sound that was popular back then, and that's what we followed. It's a shuffle. The left hand is playing on the beat and the right hand is playing just a little bit off. We copied our sound from that and called it the ska, and that is how our thing evolved. Then it gradually developed into the rocksteady and the reggae from there.
And how to work with a metronome. Now we're going to also work at playing the chords that are often associated with this style of T-Bone Walker's music, and a number of other players like Louis Jordan and some of these great swing and jump players that came out of the 40s and 50s. Many times the piano player would be playing these offbeat chords that I'm going to demonstrate, but that's been adopted by guitar also as well over the years. Players like Stevie Ray would use that off a ninth chord, where you're hitting these chords off the beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we call that a flat tire groove a lot of the time when we play that in a more modern day application. But back in the days of T-Bone Walker, I just kind of refer to these as the chords that make the music jump, the jump chords. They're hit on the offbeat, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now for this tune, Pop Ain't Salty. Now I'm going to use the chords forms, by the way, G6 that we played earlier, and C9. And this has a 5/4 turnaround, so we'll be using D9 and C9 also. So really, just mainly those three chords as we play this, okay? One thing that I didn't mention was I want to include here is a little bit about the right hand as well. With my right hand, I'm playing an upstroke on every one of these chords. So that's an important technique that needs to be talked about a little bit. All these offbeats I was doing, I was playing.
I started rocking. I started railing. And we rocked till the break of dawn. My baby told me we can't agree. If it's loving, you can show out me. I started reeling. I started rocking. I started reeling. And we rocked till the break of dawn. baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for high-tone places. Liz Taylor is not a style, and even Lana Turner's smile, something he can't see. My baby don't care who knows it. My baby just cares for me. Shorts, and he don't even care for clothes. He cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. Baby don't care for. He don't care for high-tone places. Liz Taylor is not his style, and even Liberace smile, something he can't see is something he can't see. I wonder what's wrong with baby. My baby just cares for. My baby just cares for. My baby just cares for me. My mind and let you play me for a fool. No, pretty baby, that's again that no more doggy fooling around with you. I'm gonna let you out, baby, that's what I'll have to do. Well, you told me that you love me, no, you told me a lie. I love you, baby, until the day I die. No more doggy fooling around with you. I'm gonna let you out, baby, that's what I'll have to do. money on whiskey, beer, and wine. Now more dogs fooling around with you. I'm gonna let you out, baby, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna let you out, baby, that's what I'll
Come on, baby, and be my guest. Come join the party and meet the rest. Everything's gonna be alright, so be my guest tonight. We're gonna dance to the rock and roll. We're gonna even do the stroll. We're gonna Lindy Hop and Susie Q. It's a special party just for you. My, oh my. Gee, you're so fine. Don't let me down. I'm the king, but you can wear my crown. I'm gonna sing, my band gonna play. I'm gonna make you queen for days. Everything's gonna be alright, so be my guest tonight. I'm gonna sing, my band gonna play. I'm gonna make you queen for days. Everything's gonna be alright, so be my guest tonight.
I've got that word, I've got that tune. I've been rehearsing under the moon, but I've got nobody to hear my song, so I'm into myself. I've got the place, I've got the time, I've got a lot of love words that rhyme. I've got nobody to hear my song, so I'm to myself. Oh, did-it-do-a-loo, oh, baby, I guess it's just to be had. Did-it-up-mo, did-it-do-a-loo. Won't someone come and listen to me? I've got the words, I've got the tune. I like to coon it under the moon. I've got nobody hear my song, so I'm humming, I'm into myself.
Hey, 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 everyone. Good morning, and welcome back to the post-apocalyptic atomic bunker here, where we make dreams come true every single day. Whenever I'm around, that is, when I can remember to do this, or when I have a good gem of a cut to drop, whatever. Sorry, I'm just kind of waking up here.
That's definitely not every day.
It's not every day. That's what Amy Jo says. Definitely not every day. Okay. No fair cheating. Well, hey, anyways, here's a little bit of lore about Jamaican music. Back in the 50s, they were the first mobile DJs to take turntables to different locations and hold dances. They played a lot of records that were from the States, from New Orleans, rhythm and blues, Cincinnati, different places. They loved jump blues like Wynonie Harris, Roy Brown, Lucky Millinder, Louis Prima, all kinds of good stuff. And, well, that's where the backbeat really came from, back like before the ska was born. And then it continued on into the backbeat of what we knew as reggae many years later. So basically, these guys were very, very competitive. In the early days of Jamaican DJing, it was so competitive, these guys would take trips to the United States to buy records. And they would, people didn't really, there was a lot of poverty in Jamaica, still is, but I mean back then, a lot of people did not have radios. The only way a lot of people had to hear music was to actually go to dances. This is what Sir Coxsone Dodd told me. He said, a lot of people had to go to the dances to hear the music they liked, or they just couldn't hear the records on the radio. And so, depending upon what records a particular DJ had that the other DJ didn't have, that's what would draw the dancers to his dance as a promoter. So it was so competitive that they would have spies from the different DJ camps hanging out by the DJ and the selector to see like what record is he playing. So if it was a good one, they'd go out and try and find it. And it got to be so bad that like the DJs started scratching the labels off of the records so the spies couldn't hear them. Well, this record I'm about to play is called The Call of the Gator. And, or which one is this? I think it is, it's called Later for the Gator. The other side is called The Call of the Gator. It's Willis Jackson, who was a blues honker and shouter. Honker screecher, really great tenor man, and a big influence on people like Roland Alfonso. His nickname was Gator. And, well, this was a record that made people go crazy at Coxsone Dodd's downbeat hi-fi dances, okay? They would go crazy. Of course, he scratched the label off because he didn't want anybody else to find this record. I mean, this was like his secret weapon. And he later actually made a reissue, 45 of this, on one of his various imprints of his labels. But without further ado, how about we put this on the 1947 RCA Victor radio record player phonograph combo here and give it a whirl. All right, here we go. Yes, and there you have it. Later for the Gator by Willis Jackson. And hey, Dave Douglas, I saw your comment and I was about to put this in there actually. You said shades of my own song, Jump with Joey, which was my band, Jump with Joey. We took that little riff and we made it into Jump with Joey by da-da, Jump with Joey. And of course we gave Willis Jackson the credit for the song. But wow, I mean, it was just begging for it. It was like an homage to where did ska come from? It came from things like this. So happy you guys are all out there tuning in, and it's always a pleasure to share the music with you and the love, and have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy hump day. Okay. Ciao for now. See you on the flip side.